Good morning. It is very early morning, January 20th, 2022. And on the table here, I got Ender's Game, Battle School, the board game. I made this video for two reasons. For one, we're going to look at this game and see what we're dealing with. And, Ender's Game, the book, has been on the Marine Corps Commandant's reading list since probably since the book's been out or since the creation of the reading list, one or the other. So we'll look at a game that's based sort of on the book. It's official movie product, obviously. But the other reason I just want to make this video is sometimes people will ask me, you buy a lot of games and you get them for seemingly good prices. What do you do? How do you go get them? And it's nothing really special. I think I've brought up, I live in a place where there's not a lot of game shops, and so I'm buying games, cheap games. I'm having to do different things. Goodwill is a good place to go. Disabled American Veterans, if you have a shop near you, it's another good place to go. Salvation Army stores are really a good place to go. Book of Music Exchange ain't a bad place to go. I got a copy of B-17's Queen of the Skies for something like $14 there. Not that long ago, probably 6 to 8 months ago. And this one here, if you can see the tag, I got at, you can read Ollie's. Ollie's for $5.99. Now, most of the time you won't find a lot of war games at Ollie's. This is a very, technically it's a war game, but it's a very light war game, right? And it's put out by Cryptozoic, which is, they have a lot of properties they put out stuff for. But the games are so-so, I guess, from what I've played. But that's a place you can go and look for things, right? You just got to keep an eye out. You got to keep on top of it. You've got to look. And you might go 20 times and not see nothing. I go for books as well, right? You can get books, really good prices. But while I'm there, I check out the games, And sometimes you come across one. This one, I've had this for about 3 weeks now. But I come across it and it was just $5.99. Totally worth it. I got a copy of Gulf Strike, which I haven't put. It's not brand new. It's used for about $6 at the other day. So you just got to keep out. You got to keep looking for things. You got to keep on top of things, and you will find stuff. Like I said, I'm in an area that there's not a lot of war game shops and so on. My place in down in Marathon, Florida. Again, another area where you don't find a lot of war games, but I've said it a bunch of times. I still do when I'm there. Go up to Key Largo and go to the Salvation Army in Key Largo, and I could find some really good games and have. So that's one of the things you do. You just got to keep it out. You got to look for it. There's nothing special to it. Estate sales, another great way, especially older people. You can find them in closets and so on. Estate sales are great places to look for things. And yard sales occasionally, you can find some good war games. But we're going to look at this one, so let's start here. Read the back of the box, read the blurb. What is the ultimate game? Ender's Game. War is the ultimate game, Ender's Game. At Battle School, two rival commanders face off in an epic combat. Ender Wiggin and his dragon army versus Bonzo Madrid. Is that his last name? Bonzo Madrid? I can't remember. And his salamander army. The action takes place in a zero-gravity arena where maneuvering is not so easy. Once you start moving, you don't stop until something or someone gets in your way. Win by capturing each of your opponent's gates and by freezing the opposing commander with your laser light guns. The player with the better strategy, tactics, and timing will rule the day. Your commander grants you special abilities to his army. Okay, we'll look at that here in a minute. All right. So the cool thing about Ender's Game, being, really being on the Marine reading list, the Corps reading list, is for a few reasons. One is because of maneuver, and two is because of the revolutionary ideas in wargaming itself. Right? There it is. $5.99 at Ollie's. One of those places you can't sleep on it, man. You can't sleep on Ollie's. So we're gonna open this up. We're gonna look at it. I can get it open. It's shrink wrapped good. Man, this is what I mean. You get brand new games for $6. It's almost, the box is almost worth the head. I mean, you just can't beat it. Wow, the lid is kind of tight though on the box. Like I said, it came out with the movie, and in I guess 2013, around that area when the movie came out. Cryptozoic Society, Big Game Hunter. Well, I guess that's just a Game Hunter code. I guess that's just a advertisement. That kind of a, what's your name? Ender's Game. So, got the rule book. What's the rule book look like? 10, 11 pages counting the back. So that's that. Let's look at the chits we have. What do they look like? Okay. So your leaders. Guess we're looking at Bonzo and Ender there. All right. Dragons and Salamanders. Okay. Okay. Double-sided. All right. We'll look at the map. Break that up. Look at the map. See what we're dealing with. It's a. I guess I should expect that. I wasn't really expecting a mounted map for something like this. Okay, so all right, it's a space map, right? This is space map, and you've got your sequence of play. Looks like it's got on both sides. You see on top, both sides there. So nobody can read it well. What else do we got here? So 4d6, 5 cards. I guess these are the cards for your. Let me move better. I guess these are your cards for your leaders. Let's get a look at them. Ender Wigan, Bonzo Madrid. What's the commander ability? When a dragon, including Ender, activates, he may push an adjacent frozen unit one space in any direction. Okay. While 4 or fewer troopers, personal ability, while 4 or fewer troopers are under Ender's command, Ender also activates at the start of the dragon turn. Alright, so when a salamander, including Bonzo, activates, if he has 2 or more adjacent foes, he may push one of them away one space. While there are 4 fewer troopers under Bonzo's command, opponents roll 1 fewer dice when attacking Bonzo. Okay, kind of cool. Kind of cool abilities there. And what do we got here? Overkill on the bags, but I'll take them. That's a bunch of bags for your chits and your counters. Overkill, but that's fine. You only got how many counters? Man, not a lot. Let's look. Objects of the game: capture all of your opponent's gates or freeze the opposing commander. Okay. really. Game design by Matt Hira. Okay, Matt Hira is, why did I notice that back here? It was on the back. Game design by Matt Hira. I think that's pretty cool. Give him credit for the game design. That's pretty neat. All right, on your turn, this is, I guess, your, what I would call sequence of play. On your turn, activate your troopers in order from 1 to 7. Your commander may activate once at any time during your turn, before or after any other trooper on your team. All right. A unit must move. On your movement phase, a unit must move if able. Once you have chosen a direction to move, the unit moves in a straight line in that direction. A unit stops moving when it becomes adjacent to an obstacle in its forward arc. All right. Gates are not obstacles. All right. If that obstacle is a friendly unit, you may stop your unit's movement or keep moving. Okay. Makes sense. Fire and phase. Short range adjacent. Medium range 2 spaces away. Long range 3 spaces away. So 3 hexes away for. Okay. Yeah, so. Well, I can see, you can see right here, it's an awful small map, so it's going to be in your face. You're going to just be firing away at each other pretty much. So, after moving, a unit may attack any unit, friend, foe, or itself in its forward arc and no greater than 3 spaces away. Okay. After moving, a unit may attack. All right. So you move and attack. To hit, roll 1 or more 6s. Hit on 6. Attack from directly behind the target. Hits on one or more 4, 5, or 6. Maximum 1 damage per attack. When a trooper is hit, is immediately frozen and flipped over. When a commander is hit, he loses 1 hit point. When he has none left, he is frozen. A unit cannot fire on the same turn in which it enters the arena or captures a gate. Okay, so it seems very simple and self-explanatory almost. You read that, and if you look down here, you got the activation sequence. Point your unit in a direction and move straight down that path. All right. Well, it's the same stuff. So it just gives you a nice little sequence, gives you what you're going to hit on, and that's it. That's it. Ender's Game, $6 game, brand new. Ollie's. Is it worth $6? It absolutely is worth $6. Is the game any good? That's yet to be seen. Like I said, Cryptozoic is. They have some good licensing, but the games I find have, I've never really, I don't really think they've even played a battle game. I played some Walking Dead stuff, and I don't know, but I find it's not, they're not that great. But anyways, there it is. All right. Y'all have a great night. Have a great morning. Be careful out there. If it's cold where you are, stay warm. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, y'all.